This is the last thing I'm gonna say on this, but the best analogy I heard was they compared Ryan Day to Pookie. They was like, man, you cannot let Pookie run the Carter. And that's what he did. You can't let Pookie run the Carter.
That's a good one.
They said all you gotta do is take the money. That's all you gotta do, man. But you let him run the Carter, man. He fucked it all up.
Hops and Stocks Podcast is presented by 100 Spoke Media Group. We encourage our listeners to drink responsibly. Please note, we are not financial advisors. We do not offer or provide financial advice.
I'm Spoke affiliated from the city of Jim.
Hi, Eric.
Hello, Billy. Hello, Billy.
Somebody said, I think it was Wayne said they can't wait to hear this week's pod. I'm assuming it's
here. There's not going to be any back and forth. I'll let this motherfucker gloat, get his little shit off.
There ain't gonna be no back and forth. It shouldn't be no back and forth.
Trust me. I'm prepared for whatever fugazi you say. There's not too much you can say. Y'all won.
I'm not gonna say anything fugazi. Ain't nothing I'm gonna say with fugazi. Listen. I didn't even come on here to give you no shit. You seen what it was. It is what it is. I said last week we was gonna win, and we did. I didn't know we was going to win in that fashion.
What's on your shirt, beat up? Like, what's that?
Oh, I just cracked the shirt. I didn't feel like taking the sticker off. You know.
Oh, okay. Is that gonna be the topic? Because even if we had won, I don't want to.
We do need a topic.
Yeah, I don't want to revisit the whole game, man. Like, I just felt like
Like I said, I'm fine without talking about it. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, I'm on to Purdue, unless you want to talk about something. I got something for you, but
I said, is there any topics? Like I said, win or lose, I wouldn't have wanted to take an entire another pod talking about the game.
Oh no. I just want to know before we start recording, when did you know it was over? Like, at what point?
On that bullshit pass interference when he threw it. When he threw it to he threw it to the bleachers, man, and they called pass interference. At that point, it was a 4-point game.
He's still pass interference, though. I mean, whether it
was an uncatchable ball. He threw it 10 yards.
I've seen that play at least 50 times already, man.
Bruh,
he probably could have got a hand on it.
He launched that motherfucker, man. He launched that motherfucker to the third row. You have to be. Y'all won the game, so you can be honest. You can be honest. That was a bad call.
If they didn't call pass interference, I wouldn't have been screaming for pass interference. But I could see why they call pass.
I mean, you got to. I was watching with Doug and his homeboy. I'm like, you got to turn your head around. Like dude was yelling at the corners all game. Turn around. Like he was pissed.
Man, even still, when they do like this, because that's exactly what that ball did. They usually let that go.
I mean, when's the last time you even seen that call? I'm with you, E. I hate pass interference in the NFL especially, but I'm like, man, I can't recall the last time the refs have said it was uncatchable. Especially if you face guarding, like they calling it, man.
I don't know what they showed on TV, but me and my son were sitting at that end zone. Like, if this is the end zone, we're sitting like kind of like this. So I'm looking right at it, and you can see the ball is 5 feet above him. There's no way in hell he could catch it.
I mean, like I said, I've seen that play a million times, man. It wasn't as overthrown as you think it was.
And then the other part was when it was 4th and 3, and CJ wanted to go for it, and Ryan Day pulled him off the field. I was like, man, he gave up. At that point, I knew Day had gave up, and I was like, this mug is over.
I just think I ain't gonna go into depth, but what I think was last year Michigan had to get that monkey off their back, and we did. So this game was kind of like house money, but I think y'all had a little bit more pressure because y'all wanted to prove last year was a fluke. It was snowing, and it was I think they were saying that y'all was some cats was sick on y'all's team and blah blah blah. Y'all wanted to make sure the last year was a fluke. So I think y'all wanted to beat us by like 50.
No, they didn't.
Hold on, let me finish. I think y'all wanted to blow us out, and Michigan's mind state was we don't care how we win, we just want to win the game. So when y'all came down, I knew y'all was gonna come out with a whole bunch of hot air. I knew that was gonna happen. Y'all scored. I'm like, all right, I expected that. So y'all came out, y'all scored fast. I'm like, all right, we got to respond right here with any type of score because we can't get down 2 scores. Even if we would have got down 2 scores, though, where we played, I think we still would have won that game because obviously we did by more than 2 scores. But I think y'all played differently than y'all had all year. Y'all not a man up team. Y'all normally play zone. This time it was more of a disrespect towards JJ, who by the way is a 5-star quarterback. And y'all just disrespected him and our receivers. But y'all manned up the whole time, and the weakest part of y'all defense is y'all's corners. But y'all manned up the whole game.
Because when you saw JJ come out there and he literally can't fucking throw. Even the plays where your dude's wide open, they had to wait for the ball, turn around to catch. He cannot throw.
Colston Loveland, our tight end, he hit him in stride.
Ooh.
JJ has he young, man. He a sophomore.
I'm saying, bro, you can't say he can throw. He can be a 5-star, but once again, I don't know what his stat line was.
JJ can throw. He was leading the country for the longest, damn near throwing at 80% of his completions. So to say he can't throw that's just not true. That's not true.
I watched his play, and I'm like, man, this dude is missing wide open receivers, and then on the long touchdowns, they wide the fuck open and had to wait on the ball.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to overthrow him. I mean, it's a big game. He probably got some nerves, but don't forget the fact that he was.
Y'all won the game. Y'all won the game. On to the podcast.
He was leading the country and completions at damn near 80%, so he can throw the damn
down
ball.
The field.
Huh?
Over how many plays over 20 yards? Because I didn't see because he was missing things high. He was missing things wide.
He couldn't hit the deep ball because that's a high percentage pass. I mean, a slow percentage. We're talking about intermediate to 3/4, but he led the country for the longest up until like 2 games ago. So, oh, let me get a beer, man.
And biggest problem was horrible play calling, man. Number 19 was unstoppable, and for whatever reason, Ryan Day wanted to throw the ball all over the yard.
Man, Day,
especially in the first half,
he's been sus the entire year. And I thought, you know what I'm saying, when I spoke last week, I was like, yo, maybe he's been dialing it down for Michigan. No, he coached scared. You know what I'm saying? Because that first drive, they had a variety of plays, and it worked. It's boom, 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 touchdown. And then once again, as soon as I saw that wide receiver screen, I said, "Man, here he goes. Here he goes."
Hey, man, I hate that fucking play in college, man.
It has never worked for us all. The entire fucking year has not worked. It has been negative play every single time. And what I don't understand is the way Ryan Day 2 years ago, when we had Olave and Wilson just going bananas, they used to do the intermediate crossing routes. They send somebody high. They would just layer the middle of the field and catch somebody crossing. This year we didn't throw none of those crossing routes.
Well, because we run zone too, man.
No, I'm talking about just the entire year. This wasn't even for that game. But that's how they used to get busy all the time, because they just crisscrossing and running people everywhere and running the defense away from where the ball's going. He didn't run none of that. You got Marvin Harrison, who is arguably the best receiver in college football, and you don't utilize him on a slant route, and it's 3rd and 3?
Well, we shade our safety over there. We was going to make y'all beat it. Well, what we did was
we used 3 yards. That's what I'm saying. You can shade your safety. Marvin Harrison's going to catch a slant on anybody.
Well, we got somebody over top of him, and our game plan was to let y'all have anything from 20 to 20. We'll let y'all have anything from 20 to 20. Once y'all get into the red zone, it's shorten the field up, and then we lock it down from right there. So y'all was marching down the field easy, man. Easy.
Yeah, but the problem was, man, they, in my opinion, they didn't run the ball. Like when they handed it off to 19,
he was chunking them. He
was getting 7 a carry. I'm like, and they just stopped giving him the ball. I'm like, this dude, in my opinion, I mean, maybe not at the beginning of the year, but I'm like, he looked better than Mayan has looked, or Henderson. Like, if I was in dudes, I would have considered transferring after the first half that 19 had.
And it's what I don't understand. Well, that dude hadn't had a carry the whole time. Y'all was running Dallin a game or two before that. He was balling. And then y'all don't give him the ball no more. Y'all don't even go to him.
I don't know what it was, but dude, he transferred as a linebacker though.
Yeah, he's a linebacker.
I'm saying he transferred as a linebacker. He became a running back when Travion and Mayan kept getting hurt, and they only had like 4 scholarship backs.
Oh, okay.
So that's how he became
But even still, like in the game, when you see a man getting 7 yards of carry, why do you stop giving him the ball?
That's Ryan Day. Ryan Day he's hard-headed, man. Like he is so focused on getting the next quarterback to the NFL.
Yeah, I hate them coaches that are all pass. I hate that.
Yeah, he disregards the fact that even before Travion got hurt and Mayan Williams, like last year, them two was dogs. They didn't touch the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like he gets pass happy and he thinks he gets to the point that, you know what I'm saying, I can outsmart every defense. And that's what that whole look over shit. You know what I'm saying? Like run the damn ball. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because we had good. I thought Hayden was balling the last 2 games. I mean, last game he had damn near $150, multiple, I believe 27 carries or something like that, and he didn't get no burn. I don't know if he was hurt, and I don't know how Chip ended up start. I don't know how he ended up starting, but he was balling. I
think it was because y'all didn't want to put it in a freshman's hand. I don't know what number 18, what year he is in school. I think y'all didn't want to put all that pressure on a freshman because he a true freshman, right?
Yeah, but my thing is, man, it was Tressel that said if they're going to bite as pups, man.
It's just my thing is it didn't matter, man. You had a perfectly good back getting
that was balling.
Like you didn't need anybody else.
Yeah.
I think Ryan Day just made y'all a soft finesse team. Y'all not tough no more, man.
I'm not disagreeing, man.
That may be facts.
No, I'm not disagreeing. Like we don't recruit like we used to recruit. And he's once again, I can't sit here and shit on a man that's wins 92% of his games.
Yeah. Listen, and I will say this. I don't like Ohio. I respect Ohio State. I'm not a fan of Ohio State. The way y'all treating Day and CJ Stroud is just terrible, man. The man has
I'm not y'all.
Stroud, you got to take Stroud for what he is. He ain't a scrambling quarterback.
I don't think I knew that.
You don't have to be a scrambling quarterback. But you have to move the chains. And that's the knock. That's been CJ's knock his entire time being there, is he doesn't take the open 5 yards. I'm not saying get out there and be Lamar Jackson or Mike Vick, but if you have 5 yards in front of you to pick up the first down,
go get it.
Go get it. Like you can't keep sitting there looking, and then throw an incomplete pass, and the defense is giving you the 5 yards. That's all that I've ever asked CJ to do is get the 5, just keep the chains moving.
But when he tried to, because
at the end of the game, he tried to take off. I don't know if he was like half in it and half out, but he tried to take off. Then he's like, "Oh shit!"
Because that ain't him. That ain't him. You see, at the end when he threw that pick, he could have ran. He could have just ran, but that ain't what he do. That's not what he does. That ain't in his heart, man. That ain't what. That's like asking Shaq to shoot a 3. It's like, bro, he probably could shoot a 3.
I've seen Brady run and pick a 5, man.
He don't want to.
He don't want to, but he will if the defense is giving it to him. Brady gonna get that 5 yards. Now he gonna look like the Statue of Liberty doing it, but he gonna get those 5 yards, and that's any quarterback. CJ is, in my opinion, CJ is an athlete. I don't know what his 4.4, what his 4.40 is, but what his 40-yard dash is. I'm not saying he's blazing speed, but I've seen his high school film. He can move. You know what I'm saying? He moves well in the pocket. He moves well side to side. Get 5 yards, and that's all that's been my knock against CJ the entire year and last year was, hey man, at some point you have to pick up 5 yards. You have to keep the chain moving. You can't afford another 3 and out.
I listened to his press conference, man. He's just like, he's down on himself. Like he's like, yeah, I probably got to eat that one. But damn, the way y'all just shitting on him, man.
Man, I'm gonna tell you why people are really shitting on him. And I guess this is the podcast, man. Welcome to Pop Stocks Podcast. This is episode 61. We have already started.
It should have been the podcast.
All right, so this is the pod. The thing that got people down on CJ is during his press conference, he was like, one game doesn't define us. You cannot say that because it does.
Yeah. But it don't, though.
It does. Ohio State, it does. You know it does.
People are going to ask you.
Your coach is fired. It's got coaches on our side fired. This one game means everything. You can win. You can lose every single damn game. And if you win that O State, Michigan, it all goes away.
It does, but it just, when you put it in that context, it just makes it seem like you're not a good player if you don't beat Michigan. And that's just not facts. He's a good quarterback. He's not Troy Smith. He's not Barrett. He's a pure pocket pass.
Stanley Wilson.
Okay, hold on. Time out. Would you say C.J. Stroud is Dwayne Haskins?
No, Haskins is better.
Okay, but they're the same quarterback, right? They're pocket passers.
Haskins will run. He did it when he got in against us. That's what killed us. He ran.
But what I'm saying is he understood, but Haskins threw for damn near, I believe he might have threw over 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns.
Hold on. Keep going.
Haskins is a pass first, and he might only had 100 yards rushing the entire season. And that's all that you need from that position. You know what I'm saying? That's all that you needed from that position was if you got an opportunity to get 5 yards, get it. I think CJ is dope. I think he's going to be good at the next level. I'm not sitting here trashing CJ. But as an Ohio State fan and understanding the rivalry, you can't go in front of Buckeye Nation and say one game doesn't define you.
I agree, E, but I'm gonna take this side. Back when we came up, yes, the rivalry defined it, and you got fired for losing, and it may still happen today if it keeps up. But with the changing landscape in college football, take this scenario for example. Somebody loses on Friday or Saturday and you guys are in the playoffs. It's a whole new season. What if you win a playoff game? I'm not going to say people forget about the Michigan game, but if you go on and have success in the playoffs, I mean, hell, if you win a national championship, damn, you lost to Michigan.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but before
their season, they're still, assuming you get some help, there's still something to play for.
Key word is you use a whole lot of ifs in that statement, and that's the problem. Is both teams controlled their destination last Saturday at noon. You know what I'm saying? If Ohio State wins, we not having this conversation about if. Michigan took care of business, they not talking about ifs. So now you sitting back, you've been ranked number 2 the entire year, well, in the top 2 and 3 the entire year. You have a team of several players that probably could play at the next level. And they just didn't perform, plain and simple. I
can't argue with that.
Whether that's a factor of coaching, players, and the defense for the most part, I thought the defense played well up until basically I felt like it coming around like the fourth quarter, I felt like they just threw in the towel. When they didn't let them go for that 3rd and 3 and punt it, I think the team they gave up. Because CJ was like this. He was like, you know what I'm saying? We got to push back. You got to let them go for it. Because if they make it, that's an energizer. You know what I'm saying? That's an energizer. You know what I mean? That's momentum. If they miss it, it's on them. And the defense, at least you had confidence in them. They pretty much said, I don't have confidence for y'all to get this 4th and 3. Once again, I feel like if you have the best receiver in the nation, you run a quick slant, he's getting 3 yards. 3 steps is 3 yards. You know what I'm saying?
I just think the way we recruit now, because Michigan, let's just be frank, Michigan doesn't get a whole bunch of 5-stars. We got JJ's a 5-star, Donovan Edwards is a 5-star, and I don't even know who else. Our corner number 2, he's a freshman, he's a 5-star. Other than that, we recruit 3 stars, 4 stars. They stay in the program probably 3 and 4 years. Y'all go for 5 stars, and y'all normally get them. But what separates us is now it's the coaching. Our coaching is different. We're built to beat y'all now. With y'all going to a spread and being soft, we are a grinded out team. We could just wear y'all down for 4 quarters. I think y'all want to – basically it's like y'all playing like 7-on-7. We playing a different ball game, man. Even when y'all score fast in that game, I'm like, all right, we're a second-half team. We're going to wear down Ohio State. Once we took y'all best punch and y'all couldn't really respond like that, I'm like, they're done, man. And we did it without our best player. 2 of our best players.
Well, I've always
we're not going to bring in best players.
I like because
I wasn't going to use that as even part of the conversation.
But our best player is a Heisman candidate. Y'all's ain't.
Beat up.
I'm saying we were out 8 players that game.
I give you Jackson and Jigba. We're down Blake Corn, man.
You're not giving us Mayan Williams or Travion? They're the 1 and 2 start running backs.
Mayan played.
Mayan was hurt. That's why he only carried the ball 3 times.
Well, I think Blake carried it once.
That's what I'm saying. They both was hurt. So offensively, Ohio State, man, that's not even an excuse. We lost. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to go down rabbit holes of who didn't play and we lost. I think it was more a
scheme
factor of coaching.
It was y'all scheme, man.
You know what I'm saying? You say that you've been preparing for this game every single day for 365 days all year, and that's what you delivered. I'm not saying fire Ryan Day, but he got to do something different. You know what I'm saying? You can't go in there and coach not to. I mean, we watched that. I watched John Cooper coach not to lose, and he got waxed 10 years in a row.
You know what? There's nobody, as a Michigan fan, there's nobody on your defense that scares me, man. It used to be like y'all got tight corners.
Eichenberg is good, man.
Y'all got a nice edge rusher. There's no, except for, and 44 don't even really make me, he don't even scare me. It's just, there's nobody on that defense that's like.
Eichenberg is good.
Eichenberg is the guy. He's just a guy with a motor. That's it. He's a guy with a motor. That's it.
And his stats say that he's more than that, bro. He's good.
That's because he get all them tackles because y'all D-line ain't stepping up. They get into the second level on y'all. That's why he got all them damn tackles. That's why he got 2 broke hands, because he got to make all them damn tackles.
he has 12 tackles for loss, man. He's getting back there. He's a good linebacker. I'm not saying that. I wouldn't have said that last year, but this year I think he's a good linebacker in that scheme that Knowles had all year. I don't know what scheme they chose to run with this year, but y'all won. You know what I'm saying? But I thought the defense played well in the first half. It was when I believe the turning point is when CJ won. I think, like I said, that pass interference, straight up bullshit, in my opinion. We can agree to disagree on it. But even bigger than that is when Ohio State was moving the ball. I think they were down 11, and they were moving the ball, and it got to 4th and 3. No, 3rd and 3. No, 4th and 3, sorry. And CJ, like, pushing them back, like, nah, don't send the punt team. Send the punt team. And they sent the punt team. Man, the air went out of the entire stadium, because it was like, what are you doing? Like, you're showing you have no faith. Day, he's not an Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer goes for that. He goes for that every time. Yeah. Urban Meyer is a straight up killer. You know what I'm saying? Now, Jim Tressel, he's a little more reserved, and Jim Tressel played a lot of field position.
Jim Tressel coached a good defense too, man.
Yeah, but he played a lot of field position. He played, you know what I'm saying, always had one of the best punters, and would always, you know what I'm saying, flip the field with his positioning. Urban Meyer, I never seen a 4th down that he didn't like.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? He never seen a 4th down he didn't like.
His defenses was trash too.
Huh?
His defenses was trash too.
His defenses was trash, but he got a natty out of it, and he did it within the first 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Day is on year 4. Huh?
This is the last thing I'm gonna say on this, but the best analogy I heard was they compared Ryan Day to Pookie. They was like, man, you cannot let Pookie run the Carter. And that's what he did. You can't let Pookie run the Carter.
That's a good
one. They said all you gotta do is take the money. That's all you gotta do, man. But you let him run the Carter, man. He fucked it all up.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm not calling for his head, but he either has to give up play calling duties, because I think he doesn't understand balance, and I think he gets so tunnel vision on I'm creating the next greatest quarterback, which he had. Like, his quarterbacks have looked good under Ryan Day, so you can't take that away from him. At every stop, he's shown that he can coach quarterbacks, and he recruits well from the quarterback position. But we also have 5-star running backs, and we also have, you know what I'm saying, D linemen that go to the league. I'm sorry, O linemen that go to the league. So we can be a balanced team. But he chooses to want to throw for 400 yards, and yeah, that's all fancy and shit. But when it comes down to it, a lot of the games that we lost was like when we lost against Oregon. It's ball control, and you know what I'm saying, we 3 and out, can't control the clock, and teams that are more physical.
Yeah, you ain't throwing for 400 on a good team.
Yeah, you know what I
mean? That's all in good. Just pay me, dog. Just pay me.
You ain't been paid yet?
No, I ain't been paid.
Nah, man. I got 364 days to pay this man.
Don't man. I knew he was gonna be petty like that, man. And last week I said if we lose, I'm cashing him out immediately. If we lose, this man's gonna take it.
I'm gonna zell you right now, man.
Yeah, man. Get that done, man. That's not how we operate, man.
I'm gonna zell you right now,
He's
man.
gonna be petty.
But hypothetically,
You should get him like a Kroger gift card or something.
nah, I'm gonna pay them. I pay my debts, man.
You should get him like 3 different gift cards to different spots.
Nah, man, I pay my debts, man. It's been far and few in between, man. I've been eating good off this dude for like 17 years, man. So
yeah, man. But in two wins, I probably because we was going for 6s early, so those were small increments, 6s and 12s.
Nah, we've been around at least the $50 range for over a decade.
Nah,
I swear, because you gave me, this is when I lived in Centerville. You watched the game at my crib. You gave me like a $40 gift card and like
no,
a dub
it's 25.
or something.
We don't get 40s. We get 25s.
Okay, so it was 25 and it was some bread with it.
You got a picture of it. Show the picture.
Yeah, it's somewhere on my Instagram.
Hey, how much do you owe him?
75.
Man, you should give him 75 scratch offs.
Hell no, they might hit for $1 million.
I know. I hit big.
Or they could hit for 0.
Nah, I mean, this dude's lucky hit for a meal ticket, and then I'm sick, really sick. Then I might cancel the bet for life. Like, nah, man, we good.
Let's get into this, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, hey, just a reminder, this is episode 61, and you guys are watching the Hops and Stocks podcast, not First Take. You know what I'm saying? But like we always, actually, we don't do it about this time. We about 30.
We late.
We about 30 minutes late on these brews, man. But we gonna kick it over to B-Dub, man. You know what I'm saying?
You could have had a stout, E.
Huh?
So, yeah.
I know I could have opened the stout, but I was scared.
Let's finally talk about it. This is a Listermann offering right here. You can see that. So it's called $5 Milkshake. You can see that. And you see the artwork. If you notice, that's Travolta and it's Uma Thurman from the movie Pulp Fiction. If you watch Pulp Fiction, she asked for a $5 milkshake when they're sitting down at the restaurant. So it's a play off of that. 10.6 on the ABV.
Nice.
So you probably would think this is a milkshake IPA, but I don't think it is.
That would have been my guess too.
Hold on, what'd you say was on the ABV?
10.6.
Sheesh.
Yeah. I had a good haul this weekend, man.
Yeah, your haul was nice. And it sounds like you came up on your haul.
Yeah, so
I mean, I don't know if you want to put all the details out, but like I saw some pricing that
just don't name the store.
Yeah, I won't name the store.
Get an employee fired.
You know about the story. Eric knows about the story. I had to call him and make sure that this wasn't the right price. There it is. It smells kind of fruity, man. It don't smell like a milkshake at all.
It don't say what type it is on there.
Oh, this definitely ain't. This ain't a milkshake IPA.
Not a milkshake.
It says a triple milkshake IPA, which this isn't. It's got a lime taste to it, almost like a meringue taste to it. It's fruity. It's light. Definitely a IPA. It's not bad. It just doesn't deliver on the milkshake taste. So I have to ding them on that. Not bad at all. Listermann is out of Cincinnati. It's a favorite here on the pod. It's a good beer. I wrote some notes down. What notes at? Okay, I do taste that papaya in it, a little bit of peach.
Peaches.
Definitely some citrus in here. It's kind of disappointing. It didn't hit on what it said it was going to hit on. And for that, I gotta give it a 3.75. Probably go to a 4 with it being 10.6. It's packing a little punch to it. Not a bad beer at all. I can't remember the price on it.
Yeah, that was my next question. Like, how much did it run you?
So I had 2 hauls. I went Friday, and then I went Saturday morning because I had to see if the price was still going to hold up on Bourbon County.
Okay.
So they corrected the price. And I just couldn't go up in there and not buy anything. So I bought a few more. I bought like 9 beers, which cost me, and 4 of them was Bourbon County. And it came up to $65. So
I don't know why you didn't call us. Like, hey,
because I didn't know.
Yeah, I would have had you buy every single one in there for $6.
So this is what happened. I walk into the spot. First, I had to make arrangements just in case when I got off work, I had my Bourbon County secure. So, holla that blast. He held me down. So when I get in there, I don't know where they hide the Bourbon County in. I was assuming they hide it behind the counter or to the side. It's not going to be in the cooler. So I get there, it wasn't in the cooler. I bought 4 beers out, and I asked them. They had like 2 Bourbon County sitting on the counter. And I asked him where it was at. She was like, "Oh, we don't have them. Come back." No, a guy in front of me was asking about these 2 beers. He was like, "Yeah, these are really good beers. They only come out once a year." She was like, "Come back Monday when the purchaser is here, and we'll see about getting you some." He's like, "All right, I'll come back Monday."
Monday.
So I came up there, put my beers on the counter, and I asked her, I was like, "Do you have these?" And she was like, "No, the guy in front of you asked the same thing." I said, "It's not those big cases behind you." She got 2 big Bourbon County cases behind her. Haven't been opened yet. She was like, "Oops." She cracked it open. I said, "How much are they?" She's like, "Let me see." She scanned that thing. Boop. You know what I'm saying?
This is ridiculous, man.
And then I was like, "Yeah, let me get that." Matter of fact, how much is it again? She's like, "Boop." Did it again. Like, we get 2 more. I said, "I'm trying to keep it under 100. First thing that came across my mind was I'm about to buy this whole case.
I would have bought the whole case at $6, man. Because what is it, 12?
I thought, it was a crate. But I didn't want her to be like, "You want the whole case?" I'm like, "Yeah." I didn't want her to be like, "Well, let me get the manager over here." Like, wait a minute. Wait. So I was like, "Well, let me just get these 4 and get up out of here. I'll come back tomorrow and put in more work, and I'll just keep doing it till they all gone."
What flavor did you get?
Probably the regular variants that come out every year. I got the they don't. I'll show you after y'all review. It's the ones that you can get, like they readily available.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, the base. They call it the base ones.
It's like 2 or 3 of them that's the base flavors, and it's like the rest of them are hard to get. Them the ones I want, man. But
I walked into a Kroger in Columbus, and they still had the coffee stout sitting in boxes. I grabbed 3 of those joints.
Pat called me. He said, "Yeah, they got the ones from last year too." I'm like, "Damn." I said, "Man, get one."
Yeah, I got every one but the Old Fitzgerald, which was the barley wine, and I got a homeboy
that's the one I want.
I got a homeboy that has 4 of them, and I told him to sell me one. He ain't responded yet. But if I get that, then I'll have the entire vertical.
Are we asked out on our Fitzgerald?
Yeah, I can't get none in. I was number 8 in line. They only had 7, so I missed it by 1 person. And the bad part about it is we pull up at the same time. He in a Jeep. There's 4 people in the Jeep. I pull up next to them. The passenger gets out first. I get out behind him, and then the other 3
all get in with him.
Nah, the other 3 are behind me. So if I could have just beat the passenger to the door, I'd have got it.
Straight.
Yeah, but they was cool. We sat there and you know what I'm saying, we was drinking. Man, they had this fire. And I think I tagged it in that post that I made. It was a golden stout. I've never heard of a golden stout in my life.
Mm-hmm.
By a brewery called Mortalis. And I guess they do like small batch, like they use other breweries and just do small batches. Probably the best beer I've ever had in life, man. Or at least one of them. Absolute fire.
Gotta be an IPA.
No, it was a golden stout. So and he was trying to explain to me how they make it. They use it's some type of coffee bean or something like that they use, but it didn't really have a coffee note. It was more like a caramel and something else, man. Like it was, like I said, one of the best beers I ever had, man.
Is that brewery by you? Is that in your town?
They're out of, I thought he said New York or somewhere.
Gotcha.
They actually liked the last post that I did that I tagged them in. So I need to go back and follow them so I can see, you know what I'm saying, what they drop.
But yeah, man, once again, this is a Listermann $5 milkshake, play off of Pulp Fiction. What you got there, Blast?
All right, man. All this talk about Bourbon County. Let's bring it out. Shit.
Goose.
Oh.
Yeah, this is 2022. We got Goose Island Bourbon, the original, County brand stout. Checking in at a robust, as B-Dub would say, 14.3. Smells great. Supposed to be notes of vanilla, toffee, chocolate, burnt sugar, and dried fruit. So, yeah, we're going to get into it, man.
Give me one
Got
second.
the drink right here. She smells good.
Pardon me.
Yeah, that's pretty tasty, man.
Okay.
Let me see. Definitely nailing. I mean, I always get that chocolate. Definitely getting that vanilla. The burnt sugar. Getting some of that bourbon off the barrel too. I don't think they say what the original is aged in, what barrels they're aged in, but it's very good, man. Especially, you're supposed to, or you can allow these to age for, says on the tag, for up to 5 years. So, this one, pretty fresh out the bottle, is tasting really good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I think I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
4.5. Now, I don't know if you remember last year's, but do you like it better than last year's?
I feel like I do like it better than last year's. I feel like I gave last year's a little bit less of a rating.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. I mean, we can go back and check the notes, but I do remember last year. You know what? I didn't have I don't think I had last year's yet. It's still in the box. Last year, the only one I drank from last year was the wood flavored one.
Okay.
So the smoked one. That was the only one I had from last year.
So when you go, when you went to go pick up yours, did they have all the? Well, obviously they didn't have all the variants, but how many different ones did they have?
I think they had everything except the one E was talking about, and maybe at one more that E said you can only get in Chicago.
It's called
Proprietors.
Proprietors.
Yeah, I got a couple of the regular joints. Got the coffee joint courtesy of B-Dub. I got something in a blue box.
The blue box should be the old Fitz.
Word?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, because the other boxes, the box that I got is the 30th anniversary, and that's like a dark gray.
Were they in limited supply blast?
No, that's
that was a pretty good stock.
Yeah, you got the 30.
The 30, same as you?
Yeah, I can see it when you brought it. It came on the screen a little bit when you got it.
Okay. You said yours was gray? I mean, or green?
Nah, it's gray. Like, ain't that gray or black? I mean, I might be colorblind, but
hey, can you pick me up some of those? One of those?
I would highly doubt that this is still available.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it says 30 and right on here.
Yeah.
I got the 4-pack. I can't remember what that one is, but they
have the reserve.
The reserve and the 4-pack.
Dang.
That
I got is biscotti.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got biscotti too.
I got biscotti. I think
I only got three of the lineup.
I think I was
I think I got 5 or 6.
I think I was 6th in line at my spot. It was funny when our buyer pulled up. She basically got an ovation from everybody in line because we all know that's the beer lady. So I'm like, yeah, this is the most important person walking up in here today.
How many was in line?
6. I got there about 8:45. They opened up at 9.
Man, y'all are lucky, man. I'm telling you. So
yeah, how early you got to get up?
So I got there. It's probably like at 6:05 a.m. They started selling at 8 a.m. And like I said, when I got there, Cass was already there. It was a dude that had been there, I believe. Either he left home at 3:45 or he'd been there since 3:45. But he had drove from somewhere out by Memphis. Like he drove a few hours to get there. And so I got there at number 8. So I thought I was good at number 8. Because I know Aaron said that they had everything, but I didn't know it was, limited quantity. So when he actually pulls up to the store, he was like, he got a lot less than what he got last year. He got everything, but it was a lot less quantities because Nashville just got a Total Wine and Spirits. And, if anybody's familiar with Total Wine, they're probably one of the biggest liquor stores in the country. And so they get a lot of the allocation now. You know what I'm saying? Because they're so massive. So he said he had the third most allocations in the area. So actually, I thought I was good, but the way he said he had to do it was you could get 2 of the base, and then you could pick 3 of the variants. So, you know what I'm saying, that's what I walked out with. I got 2 of the base, 3 of the variants, and then I picked up a Southern Grist batch 1 theory. And then when I was in Columbus, I got they still had the coffee available in the store at the liquor store.
Yeah, I may have to make a second run and just kind of see what's still out there. Like I told y'all, there's this one spot that you wouldn't believe has this stuff. And,
yeah, if you go ahead, Blast.
It's just crazy that this place has it, and you know, if I get a chance this weekend, I'll kind of roll through there and see what they still have on the shelf. But I mean, like last year when I was in there way after the drop, they still had, you know, the $60 blue boxes that we got.
Mm-hmm.
They still had them joints in there.
Aaron's spot still had like Blanton's and stuff for sale. Like I probably could still get those if y'all want them.
What's the Blanton's?
That was the tan box, tan and brown rather.
Last year,
yeah.
I don't think I got that. I had I got a white canister and a blue canister.
Yeah. They had the brown one, so I probably could still get some of those if y'all are interested.
How much they run?
Probably around 50. I haven't opened mine yet, so I don't know if it's good or not. But
what's the ABV on that joint?
I would have to look. They all close to like 15, like 14 something, 13 something.
Yep, I'll take one. I'll add it to my collection if you can still get it.
Okay, I'll check with them.
Check for 2.
But let me review this beer though.
Yeah, I was paying attention when you poured it. That joint poured green.
Yeah, it's a nice little lime green joint, man. And like I said, man, I don't know if this a shout out to Ghostbusters or something, man, but
yeah, that's Slimer, dog.
Yeah, this is called Lacto-Kooler, and it's a flavor,
definitely
Berliner style Weiss, and it is by Voodoo Brewing Company, and they're out of Meadville, PA. This joint's only checking in at 5.5. It gives me no notes, but it's green, as you can see. So it got to be, and actually says artificial flavorings.
It looks like tea.
It looks thin.
It's well, your Berliner's gonna be like that. I think I'm saying Berliner wrong. I forgot how it's supposed to be pronounced.
Oh yeah, I remember you had a crazy pronunciation.
Yeah, it's a crazy pronunciation. I meant to say it the right way.
It's pronounced Lager.
Yeah, that is Lagerish.
Mm-hmm.
So this is good, but this don't taste nothing like a beer. This tastes like really delicious fruit juice. I'm getting just a little bit of malts on the back that makes you recognize that you are drinking a beer. As you can see, like you can still see the effervescence moving in it, man. This mug's been sitting here for about 15 minutes. This is more like it just don't taste like a beer.
It's a juice box,
dude.
Like I don't know how to grade this mug.
Yeah, I want to ask you: Do you knock something for, you know, not necessarily being a traditional beer taste?
Well, and now I'm mad that I can't remember how Berliner is supposed to be pronounced because I'm gonna keep saying Berliner. But Berliners usually, when you get them, they taste almost exactly like what the notes are on the can.
True.
So they are really good about making the notes pop. This don't have any notes, so I don't know. I don't have anything to gauge it on. I'm trying to pick up notes. Like I'm not getting any. Like there's nothing it doesn't taste like anything natural. It's almost kind of Mountain Dew-ish. Yeah, serious. It's and it actually looks a little bit like Mountain Dew.
It's sweet like Mountain Dew.
It has a sweetness to it. It's not overly sweet. Like it's not overly sugary. I do like it. I just don't honestly know how to fairly assess it. Not having any notes and it not tasting like anything that I recognize. I don't want to penalize it. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's good. Like I got a 4-pack of it. I enjoy it. I just don't know what I can't give y'all no notes. I don't know what it tastes like. I don't know what to compare it to. It's just a good beverage. You know what I'm saying? Once again, Lacto-Kooler. Tastes like juice, man.
Probably that would scare me on the shelf right there.
This will catch my attention. You know what I'm saying?
It would, and then I would get to looking at it a little bit. I would further investigate. I'm like, yeah, I can't do this one. Like,
I think y'all would like it because it tastes like I said, it tastes like a beverage. It don't taste like
I mean, I don't hate on something, you know, just because it may not be hitting you with that traditional beer taste.
Yeah, it has a very faint hint of malt, but it's not enough that you would even like. I don't know if I gave you this, would you think it was alcohol? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the malt note is very, very faint, almost like a cooler.
What's the ABV on it?
5.5. I think that's what it said.
Well, that's why you ain't getting nothing on it. It's barely got jig in it.
You got a Truly over there.
Yeah,
yeah, you got a
it's way better than a Truly. Like, it's way better.
What did you say? Yeah,
a Simply.
Oh, Simply.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah, I was gonna say y'all love them Simplies though.
This now that you mention that, this probably would be in the same vein as that. Like this would be in the vein of a Simply. So it probably got about 36 grams of sugar in it, if that's the case.
Yeah, I rock with Simplies, man.
Yeah, I like this joint. I think
I rock with Simplies.
I think you would like this if you picked it up, Dub. It's good. It's just I don't know what to tell y'all what it tastes like. I'm sorry. I apologize.
To me, it don't have to really taste like a traditional beer, like Blast was saying. Like my favorite style of beer is a Milkshake IPA. Not really a traditional beer style.
Yeah,
so, you know.
I think I'm going up to 4.75 on the OG.
OG?
Yeah, this joint is tasty, man.
Is it?
I mean, what do you expect out of that joint?
I mean, you know, based on previous tastings of it, you know, it's never whack by any means. It's just okay, especially when you start comparing it to some of the variants or whatever. But yeah, this joint is good, man.
Thing I like about the OG is they do mass produce it. So like you said, man, you can go to probably any store today and still get the OG. Like I've seen them on the shelf like months after the drop.
Yeah.
And then some places where you at, you can still catch some of the variants. Because there's been times where I'll go to Virginia to see my family for Christmas, and I'll be able to grab some variants out there. They're still on the shelf. Once again, the Nashville beer and bourbon market is crazy. Like it's a phenomenon here. Like I said, y'all can wake up at 8:30 and be slick. If I wake up at 8:30, I'm not getting nothing.
Yeah, you ass up.
Yeah, there's like, nah, you missed out. Like you might be able to get the regular ish, but
yeah,
you're not getting any variants.
It is pretty cool to you know, pull up and you see cats waiting, and you know they you know it's like-minded people. Like, okay, yeah, these cats know what we know.
Yeah. That's why I excited when dude was asking about the Bourbon County sitting on the counter. He's like, yeah, these are really good beers. They only come out once a year. I'm like, yeah.
I got a spot for you too, B-Dub. When we get off, I can tell you about.
In the city?
A little bit outside.
Okay.
Halfway between, you know, me and you.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You know what that is.
Yeah, I know exactly what it is.
Right off the E-way too.
Word.
Yeah.
I got a 2020 OG from there, you know, Thanksgiving weekend.
How much was the you said you get a 4-pack of BC?
Yeah, I think the most expensive, I think they were all was $40. You know, the special, not some of the variants was like 25, but like I think the 30-year was 40, and that 4-pack I know was at least 40.
Yeah, I think I spent 180 or something like that.
Same here.
I think it was 180, 190. It wasn't nothing light. Like it hit the pockets. last year I got almost everything except for last year I got everything. Plus I got
you Yeah, you had a nice haul.
Yeah, I had like I think I got the 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. But I spent like $375 for all of that stuff last year.
What's the oldest one you got sitting right now?
I have a 17.
So you got to crack that.
Yeah, cracking that, don't you?
Yeah, I gotta crack it.
New Year's.
Yeah, I might crack it. But I got a 17. But you can still. It's not like they just go bad.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some people that still have like 13, 14, things like that they go all the way back. If you store them properly, you know what I'm saying, keep them out of light, don't keep changing them, you know what I'm saying, temperatures and all that, keep them in a cool, dark location, they should age pretty well. I was talking to somebody that was in line, and he was talking about the ones that had, well, he was actually talking about Black Bell, which is a local one to here, and they had a coconut, which I still have one. Like I have a 2018, and he was like, man, you gotta go ahead and drink that one. And I was like, why? And he was saying like your coconuts, he said that flavor dissipates quickly. He was like, he was like, you want to drink those earlier than later. He said your coffee notes and chocolate and stuff like that, he said, you know, those flavors last longer and they don't necessarily like dissipate over time. He said, but things like, you know what I'm saying, coconut, it was like you want to drink those quicker. He was like, because by, you know what I'm saying, 3 or 4 years out, he said those notes start to fade away. He's like, you're not getting that fresh coconut. I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. So I was like, man, now I got to go back and look at all my variants to see which ones had the coconut and kind of move those to the front of my inventory.
Because I was storing my bourbon counties in the fridge, man. I was like, man, why do I have these in here? I just recently took them out. They was in there since I got them last year. So now I just put them on
What you got from last year, B-Dub?
2 of the, let me see, I got one. I had one cola.
Man, it's so hard. I want to crack that cola so bad, but I'm like, damn, I wish I would have had more than one.
Yeah.
I think I might have 2 colas. I think I got, because that was the red and blue label, right?
Yeah, red and blue.
Yeah, red and blue. Yeah, it looked like Pepsi kind of.
Yeah, I know I got one for sure. I had to, actually, I think I took a picture of mine.
That's why I doubled up on everything. I'm like, all right, I want to taste these motherfuckers. I don't want to buy them.
Yeah. I think that's how you have to do it. Like last year, I just kind of got one of everything. But yeah, in the future, you know, if the pockets can afford it, double up.
Yeah, you gotta. If I can, I always try to get 2. Like you said, because I want to drink one and then let one age.
Do you get 2 of the special ones?
If I can find them, a lot of times you can't get them on that first run.
Yeah,
so then you only allowed to get like one a piece. But if I can go back on the double up and they're still in the store, then I'll grab them.
Man, we got to link up and drink that blue box, man. That extra.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a time to do some things, man. I thought I took a picture of mine. I guess I didn't. Oh yeah, I did. So, like, I don't know. That's the cabinet.
Okay.
That's all BC?
And that's everything. That's everything aging.
Everything just in there kind of chilling.
You got some Founders in there?
Yeah, I got KBS and CBS.
I had a good Founders this weekend that I took over to Doug's. It was a highball. I guess I've heard of the drink before, but I guess it's, you know, in the style of a highball. It was really good, man. They had them on sale.
Who's all over there, Black? Who's all over there, Black?
Just me, Doug, and I believe the guy's name is DH.
Yeah, DH was over there again.
Yeah.
What was the move?
Me and Will was laughing because DH was so heated. He wasn't mad at the ref for that pass interference. He was mad at Host State for not turning around. So me and Will be reenacting his heatedness.
I mean, what was the vibe in there, man? What was the energy when y'all was down like 2 schools? When it was down like 2 schools?
Man, I just want to talk about beer, man. Why do we?
I'm asking Blast about a soiree.
Me and Doug were cool. We had a cool moment. We was like, man, you know, when you're older, the games don't affect you like they did when you were younger. And I was like, yeah, that's facts, man. You know, you start having kids and shit. You can't be mad, you know, the whole day because you gotta do some parenting.
Let me just say,
I mean, when Notre Dame used to lose, man, my whole Saturday was done. I wouldn't even go kick. Like, fuck that, man.
no, you know I am.
Like, and
But,
even rolling into my Sunday would still be effed up. But now it's kind of like, man, you know, once you realize you're going down, you gotta move. you gotta turn. Like when I realized I was going down to USC, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna turn this game off, man. We're gonna do something else, man.
But you know what?
You wake up gravy on Sunday. I mean, yeah, it hurts, but it's whatever.
And I ain't taking nothing away from the game, but I was more nervous playing Illinois the week before because it had much more riding on it. Because
you had that letdown effect.
Yeah, if we don't beat Illinois, then the game ain't the game what we just saw.
Mm-hmm.
Undefeated. Because I punched a hole in the wall damn near, and I got my hand. You know what I'm saying? Because we were losing to Illinois. And I'm like, man, y'all making this game harder than what it is. They went up on some Chase Brown long run. I punched a hole in the wall. I was yawdy. You know what I'm saying? But we ended up winning.
He's a nice back, man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's a nice back.
Definitely is. His brother played defense. The dude had like 2 picks last week, 2 or 3 picks. 1 pick 6.
You know what? And this is going back to the beer. Honestly, the beer that, and I don't know if they got any more, but the beer I was most excited about was the one you got beat up from Street Side. That
Which
peanut
one?
butter joint. I think it's called Infinity or something like that, or Infinite Possibilities, man. I wanted to get my hands on that.
They didn't have it at your honey hole?
Nah, I think that was just the in-store only. And I meant to get over there this weekend and see if they had any left, but I didn't swing by.
Man, they got mass those at the spot.
The Infinite Possibilities?
Yeah. I broke it out of a 4-pack.
hey, cop me one, man.
Hey, I got you. But they have a whole bunch of different variations of those. I don't know if I got an older or newer one.
I thought it was just this year that they released it. I want both of them. They got the one that's just, peanut butter stout, and then they got one that's peanut butter and marshmallow.
Okay, the one I got is peanut butter. I remember seeing that one. Okay. I think I reviewed one on the pod before, in Infinity before. But yeah, I'll definitely get you one.
Yeah,
they had a whole bunch of them, man. It seemed like nobody's really hit to that spot because it's a restaurant. And in the back is a liquor store.
Okay.
You said you can go in there, buy and sit down and crack?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's trying to figure
those are the best spots, man.
He's trying to get clues where it's at.
Real talk, I haven't been in the city.
I mean, you know how he does, man.
I know.
I don't have he knows why I used to be in the city. That reason no longer exists. So I don't be in the city.
Yeah, but I mean, you still are known to raid.
Yeah, he a raid.
Hey man,
it's documented that you raid.
I
was so hurt that you did.
I actually have a spot in the city that I know he don't know about. That has a phenomenal selection.
No, why wouldn't you share that?
Because he's being secret about it. Pause. His old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that alley-oop. I'm letting that one sail out of
it. Like he's being secretive about his HH. So it's
but honestly, have you ever asked me where my HH was?
I have, and you said no.
Haven't. No, you haven't.
I was like, I have. I've asked you mid-pod, and you was like, nah.
Nah. You know where my OG HH
is this your third HH now? I know you had the one where E rated.
He had.
And I feel like you moved on to a different one, and then I kind of feel like this one's a new one from that one.
Okay, so I had the one he found out about.
Yeah,
robbed it. I can't go back there no more.
I sent an accomplice to rob that one too.
He sent me video of the robbery. I was like, no, I can't go back.
He said he clears shelves.
He clears shelves. I can't go back there. So I had one that was in Centerville, Miamisburg. It's just too far for me.
Okay.
And every time I go, like when you go out there, it's hit and miss.
Yeah. Was that the place where you couldn't buy singles? Or was that the first one?
You can buy singles there, but they single selection is trash.
Yeah, it ain't good. But then You put me on to one. I ain't gonna stun. You put me on to one that's out by Austin Landing.
Okay, yeah, out there by Tubbs crib.
Yeah, so it's one out there and it's another one out there. Because I went out there looking for untitled art, and then you ain't telling me that H1 cleared the shelf over there.
I didn't know she
so
did.
It was a dummy mission. It was a dummy mission.
I would be shocked because I would just get photos of. I'm like, oh damn, I just sent Billy out there and my bad.
I went all the way out there, not knowing that she already cleared the shelf.
I wonder if she's still copping good stuff.
Yeah, she probably is, man.
Not from that location anymore.
So you know about another stash spot then, huh?
I just know there's the residence is no longer there.
But yeah, then I stumbled on the one I go to now from Big D.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said that.
Oh, so I just gotta shoot Big D a text.
I'm about to set him up right now.
It's too late. Axel Foley 52.
Well, I got.
Oh, that's Big D, Axel Foley.
Yeah. Look at this man. He's clearly hating. I'm joking, man. You can have your HH.
Hey, man, I can't take any chances.
You can have your HH, man.
Yeah, man. Share the love, B-Dub.
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm down here in Nashville, man. I do my thing all by my lonely, man.
Yeah.
You know
but yeah, man. But that spot is damn near, like I said, it's low key because it's a restaurant in front and back it's a liquor store. But they really only carry local breweries. So it's everything that's local in the area. And then they'll get stuff that's outside, but mainly it's just local shit.
That's dope that they keep.
You didn't get the Bourbon County from them, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you check Kroger's?
I went to Kroger's, but not the one at Inglewood.
Does the one next to your crib got liquor store?
No, it ain't got liquor store.
Oh.
I wasn't trying to go all the way out to Inglewood. Because I had to, this is Saturday morning, I was trying to get all the shit done. I was trying to watch game day. So I went to Kroger. It seems like every Saturday morning before the big game, it's a whole bunch of Buckeyes in there. And there's some Michigan fans in there. And this is a whole bunch of tension. Now me, I had some Michigan gear on because I was out and about. And I was getting so much dirty look.
I mean, what do you expect, man?
You're in Ohio, man. What do you expect, man?
Man, disrespect. I wasn't the only one in there like that, but the looks I was getting, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to squabble up by the frozen section, man, because these motherfuckers giving me dirty looks. Man, I wasn't saying nothing to nobody.
They treat you like they did your man in that tunnel.
Oh, all right, man. He ain't been right ever since, man.
There was actually a lot of fans there, man. And they played they position. The dude next to me.
We didn't get a chance to ask you, man. For those who don't know, he was at the game. How was the experience? Aside from the outcome,
Yeah, aside from the outcome, so what I did determine is I'm probably never gonna miss another State Michigan home game.
Okay.
I'm going to the game next year.
There's just nothing like it, man. And I've been before. But I took my son, so it was his first one. So just the excitement of, having your kid there with you and, his first experience and, being able to do something for him like that, like that's where I drew my excitement from. But just the energy, like it's unreal, man. I mean, it's the loudest that the stadium's ever going to be, all year. And the intensity, like it's just so. I made up my mind. I was like, I'm never missing another State Michigan home game, and I'm buying the tickets beginning of the year when they first drop, regardless of the price, because they're gonna do nothing but just go up by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And worst case scenario, I'll just sell it if I'm not able to go. I do want to go to a game in the big house. I mean, that's on the bucket list.
I'm going there. I'm going next year.
All right, let's buy tickets. I'm there. Like I said, There's nothing like the stadium, man. Like I said, you have 100, I believe it was close to 107,000 people. So obviously, I mean, at one point Ohio State, the stadium is obviously like all concrete, but you could actually feel it like shaking, man. Like it was pretty loud in there, man.
It seems like when y'all come to the big house, because O State travels well. and you can see the contrast in colors. You can see where the Buckeye fans are.
Yeah.
But when we play in the shoe, it seems like we only have like a corner of the stadium, and then the rest is just all sea of red, man.
So that's what it is, because every away game, the away team is allotted X amount of seats. And so it's usually that section is probably, because I was in section 10C, and I think it goes lower to the right. So it would have been section.
Is it bench seating?
Yeah, it's bench seating. So you kind of gotta spread your shoulders a little bit. Yeah. But I was next to my son, and then on my right was a girl. So it was like my son, he a smaller dude. So it was like I was kind of cool. But next to the right, you got I was like one section over from the Michigan fans. And there were some Michigan fans sprinkled into our section. But you gotta think, man, it's not like going to okay, we'll take this rivalry for example. Bengals Steelers. The Bengals fans sell all their tickets to the Steelers fans because they can make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you go to the Bengals Steelers game, it's damn near 60-40 Steelers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they be waving them yellow tails. When you go to Ohio State versus Ohio State, fans ain't selling their tickets. You know what I'm saying? Same thing for probably the Big House. Y'all fans more than likely probably not selling y'all tickets. You know what I'm saying?
It's a stark contrast between the stadium makeup in both stadiums, man. Like, go back and watch the game last year. It's not like they gave y'all sections. Y'all like peppered in there. Like, it's not like it's.
That would have to be.
Yeah, that have to be the resale.
Yeah, that would have to be resale, because y'all get the away team gets an allotment of tickets, and it's usually like right behind where the band is. Every time,
that's going to be where all the parents and all that, they're going to all be kind of sat together.
Yeah, so that has to be.
I went to a Michigan game a few years back, and we got tickets from because McCray went to Trotwood. Mike McCray went to Trotwood, so we got tickets from him. His tickets went behind the band. We're like 50-yard line. Probably like,
but that was at Michigan though, right?
It was at Michigan.
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit different if you at home than when you're away.
Yeah, on the away, the most of the games that I've seen, like usually Ohio State, the away team is in that one section. I want to say it's 8C. I could be totally wrong, but that section, like the C, B, and A deck, and then right wherever they band sits, that like usually the fans are in just that one little right corner.
Yeah,
and then if you see anybody sprinkled outside of that, then that's the resale ticket where somebody got one.
So, because I am buying tickets for next year's game. So, what's the process in buying tickets like that? I mean, because obviously you don't want to get took. You know what I'm saying, from a bogus.
Just go to Ticket. I bought mine from Ticketmaster.
Okay,
so they're verified.
I think any of those places, it's guaranteed, and if you have an issue, they just give you your money back.
Ticketmaster is verified resale. StubHub, SeatGeek, Vivid Seats. I bought tickets from all those places, and I've always been good.
Yeah, never.
When did Ohio State tickets go on sale for that game this year?
When the schedule was announced.
When is that, in the summertime?
Yeah, it was like August. Like I could have bought tickets in August for like $275
a piece.
Because remember we were actually all talking about going to a game because we had seen the Notre Dame. Actually, the Notre Dame tickets were more expensive. Going to the
Notre Dame game.
Yeah, the Notre Dame tickets were more expensive than O State, Michigan. But as the season played out, you know what I'm saying, I damn near paid a ridiculous amount. But from here on out, man, like I'm copping tickets in the summer, regardless of whether I plan to go or not, because the ticket's going, you know what I'm saying, it's going to resell anyway. But I plan to go to every game from here on out, man. Like,
so for $275, are we talking about some bad seats, or we're talking about some pretty decent seats?
I don't know if you saw my pictures, but
you was right there. Your picture was nice.
Yeah, like, well, there are bad seats in Ohio State in Ohio Stadium, but because I was kind of concerned because we was in 10C row 19, seats 20 and 21. So I was like, so even before we went in there, I told Eric, I'm like, look. So I was like, we're gonna go to our seats. I'm gonna open up the app when we get there about first quarter, see what's available, and we gonna go find some better seats. I didn't move because our seats were that good on the C deck. One, they was right in the sun, and it was kind of chilly. It was like, you know what I'm saying, 48 degrees. Yeah. So it was right in the sun, so it felt like it was 65. So we was good there. And plus, I mean, I got the picture. I mean, you can see the entire field from where we sat at.
Yeah, that picture that y'all took on Instagram, it looked like y'all was pretty close.
Yeah,
was the parking horrendous?
We had to walk like a country mile. You're not gonna be able to park if you don't got a parking pass. You basically can't park on campus nowhere. It's not like going to the Bengals game where there's big ass lots. All the big lots are parking passes.
I think the one time I went to Old State, we parked.
So that's not zoomed in. Like, that's just a regular picture.
That's upper deck?
Yeah, and you can see the entire field.
We parked at maybe the fairgrounds, and then a bus took us right up to the stadium.
See, they didn't have any fairground parking because I went past the fairgrounds.
Okay.
That's the way I get off the highway, right there on, I think it's like 11th or something like that.
Is it a soccer field over there too?
Yeah. I think the old one, that's the old one. They got a new one now.
Okay, so the last Old State game we went to, Eric, you was at that game, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
We all went to. That's where me and Marlon parked at some type of stadium, and then we just took like a shuttle over there.
Yeah,
paid like $2 to get you there and back.
We parked. Actually, me and Eric, we parked down by where CP and them used to live, and then we just walked
on 5th or something like that, Pennsylvania or something like that.
Yeah, they lived on Pennsylvania, I believe. It was either Pennsylvania or Michigan. We parked on Michigan and 4th, and then just walked to the stadium. It was probably about a 20-minute walk. It wasn't too bad. I mean, it was. Yeah, I mean, you walk past a bunch of tailgates and all that.
Yeah, we went to the Michigan game, man. It's like it's similar to Ohio State, you know, it's because it's on campus, but theirs is more. Seemed like O Stakes is surrounded by a whole bunch of dorms and buildings. Mm-hmm. Michigan is more housing, frat houses. So we parked. It wasn't like a lot. We parked in like somebody's yard, and he was just getting like $10 for every car. Yeah. Parking his lot.
Yeah, that's love, man. If you got property close, man, you know, you figure you got 7 or 8 games where you can charge cats and make some money.
It's been 2 games that I felt like I'm home. When me and Eric went to a Chicago Green Bay game, and then we tailgated, and I just saw them Bears fans I had never seen before in my life. And then when I went to Michigan, I saw all the Michigan fans. I'm like, I just don't see this in Ohio, man. It's just like
when I went to Kentucky and Georgia, we tailgated next to some Bears fans, and it was all love, man.
Yeah, man.
Them Bears tailgate was nice, man. We tailgate. Yeah, the tailgate was
Bears fans everywhere, man.
Shout out to Carmona, man. This dude had a satellite and a TV on his tailgate in the back of his truck, man. I ain't never seen no shit like that.
Yeah, man. I definitely gotta get a tailgate with you guys, man. That would be love.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
But man, let's go ahead and wrap this joint up, man.
Hey, shout out to BD's, man. You know, he lost a family member. Condolences, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Handle your family business, man. Everybody hug their loved ones, man. You never know.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to my dad's birthday was Saturday.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Happy birthday, Mr. Shaq.
Shout out to Big
man. Got to send him a 5th of Sky.
He was avoiding my calls on Saturday.
I feel like he was on Crown the last time I saw him.
Man, every time I see him, it's a bottle of Blue Sky, brother, sitting on the
He tried to tell me a lie. I was calling him. I was trying to come over there to give him his birthday gift. Because if somebody cut their phone off, it goes straight to voicemail.
Yeah.
So it's going straight to voicemail. And so I left a voicemail. So I called him like Sunday afternoon. No, it was Monday. He was like, "Yeah, I got your call." He's like, He said, "I missed your call." Like it was ringing and he just couldn't get to it. I said, "No, your phone was off." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Nah, I missed it." Yeah, okay. All right.
Man, I just would have sunned you, man. If I'm the dad and you trying to talk ish to me, man, I low key might give you a whoop.
Nah,
I don't care how old my son is, man. If he's trying to talk smack to me, man, I might have to belt him up real quick.
Nah, and then I wasn't gonna say nothing about the game, and he was like, "Oh yeah, y'all whooped us." I was like, "Yeah, y'all trash." He's like, "Yeah, we are kind of trash."
Man, you should have been in Columbus, man. Like I like CP was up there. Like
where was he sitting at?
I tried to catch up with him on campus. I hollered at him like probably about an hour before I got to campus, but I never got up with him on campus. We all linked up at the Easton. He was out there. He had his daughter and him, Bob, Derek, Bob's kids.
Creeping
some
them
other CO cats. CP on the Fire Ryan Day train, man. Like he was eating. You know, CP, he was like, "Eat. Do you want to go to next year? We're guaranteed to lose and have us lose 3, or do you want to fire the man now?" I'm like, and you know what I'm saying? Like Cats was talking about like Fickle, and I'm like, we've seen Fickle, and he was like, he took Cincinnati. You see the Bearcats to the national championship game. I said, man,
no, they did not go to no national championship.
Well, the playoffs rather, the playoffs, and I'm like,
has Dave been to the playoffs?
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, he played Clemson.
Yeah, they was in the Natty.
They played the Natty against
Alabama.
Bama. They beat Clemson to go.
They beat Clemson to go.
With Fields,
listen,
right?
This is coming from a Michigan fan.
Yeah.
Day is not a bad fucking coach.
I don't think he's a bad coach. You can't be mad at one loss, man. You can't be.
He's got 5 fucking losses in how many years?
He's 45-5 or something like that.
And what? 4 years? 5 years?
This is his 4th year.
4th year. I mean, the season's not over, man. You could be in the playoffs.
And the thing about Day is his loss rate. They counted his 5 records. I mean, his 5 losses, and the combined records of the teams that he's lost to is a combined, I think, 61-7 or something like that.
And one of those teams I lost to twice. So I mean, come on, it's really like 3 teams.
Yeah, it's Bama.
It's 4 teams. It's
Bama,
Oregon, Clemson, Alabama, and us.
Yeah. That's the only place we've lost to. And then the Big Ten record is like 30-2 or something like that. Like it's something ridiculous.
I mean, what else do y'all want? Y'all gonna lose.
You keep saying y'all. Like I keep saying I'm not on the Fire Day train. I'm just saying like you have to understand the rivalry. And as Buckeye fans, there comes a sense of entitlement when you just the same thing as y'all. When y'all during the Cooper era, y'all were entitled. Y'all knew, hey, we're penciling in. We whooping these cats on this day. And when Lloyd Carr, when that tide turned, I remember you, man. You wanted that man's head. You said, man, he got to go. He has to go because Tressel owned him. And then Urban comes in, and it continued, and then y'all got the win with Hoke. And then Harbaugh comes in, and it continue. And there's been some times when you'll be on some, hey man, Harbaugh got to go.
Eric, y'all imagine what I've been going through. Y'all lost 2 games in a row. Imagine losing like 7 and 8. You know how much bread I've lost to you over the years? How many days I have to go walk around here with that loss on my shoulder? We finally get one. Now going into this game, I'm like, all right. Whatever happens. I think we're going to win. It is what it is. But the way we won, this is like, now I'm expecting to win every year now. That's my mindset. And now it's like, before last year, I was like,
that next loss going to sting.
Listen, before last year, I was like, just make it competitive. That's the whole thing I was saying over Doug's. Y'all not putting 70 on us. You're not putting 60 on us. We won. I'm like, all right, whatever happens this year, it happens. Now, how he got y'all's team, I expect to win next year. And
if y'all happen to lose, it's going to sting because now you've built back the expectation of this is what's supposed to happen. And that's why it's ugly right now on Buckeye campus because you had Tressel who didn't lose a game. You get Urban undefeated. Like our only hiccup in that time was when they let Tressel go and we had Fickle. That was the only hiccup. You know what I'm saying? So then you get Day. He wins the first one. And then the year after that was COVID. And then the last 2.
Y'all didn't play during COVID?
Nah.
We didn't play in 20.
What the hell happened in 20?
COVID.
I mean, but y'all played some games, right?
No, Ohio State was ready to play.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
I'm not going to lie. COVID saved us because it was going to be a murder.
I think Harbaugh kind of threw the COVID card in. I think they could have played, man.
I remember that.
I ain't mad at him. I mean, we'll never know what it was. We'll blame it on COVID, but shit.
But yeah, so like I said, man, next year, y'all got basically the same team returning. Yep. We're coming back with a new quarterback, unproven. Same coaching staff, more than likely.
Yep.
So, I mean, the same thing can happen. Like, there's a really good chance the same thing can happen next year because, like I said, y'all best player going to be healthy, well, presumably healthy. And
he's probably going to the league, though.
Yeah, he probably done.
I thought he was a sophomore.
He a junior.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hold on. The one that torched y'all is a sophomore. Corum is a junior.
To me, he's the better back. I've always liked Edwards better, man.
Edwards is a bigger back. Corum he has better vision than. Well, the funny thing is, the two schools it came down to for both of them backs was Ohio State and Michigan.
Yeah, I didn't know that for Corum.
Y'all would have had Edwards. Y'all had Travion. Y'all try to load up y'all's backfield. He seen y'all got Travion, and he was like, I'm not going to Ohio State. And
that didn't make sense.
So he's a 5-star, man. He's a backup.
Yeah, I was gonna say Edwards is legit, man.
He's a 5-star, and he's behind a guy who wasn't a 5-star. So
Corum was on what Netflix show was he on?
I don't know.
His high school, his high school was on, I don't know if it was the Elite 11 or like QB1. He played for one of the teams that I think it was QB1 because I think I was watching the not the Ewers, but the was it? I can't remember what it was, but I have to go back and find it. But I remember watching him in high school. This was before he went to Michigan, and I didn't know that he was on Michigan's radar. But he was on a YouTube, not a YouTube, but a Netflix documentary about their high school.
Yeah, he took two visits. It was one Ohio State, one Michigan. Edwards the same way. It came down to both of y'all schools, and they both ended up in Michigan.
Any of those cats Ohio cats?
No, one's from Virginia. No. You said Michigan?
No, they're not from Ohio. I know they're not from Ohio. No, I think y'all picked up an Ohio lineman this week and somebody else.
We got Wynn-Woods. I think he's a corner or a linebacker.
Yeah, some lineman. I think his name is Luke Hamilton. He was trying to ish on Ohio State. Said they didn't show him no love.
Y'all didn't offer him.
No, they did offer him. He said, but he's the dude. Luke he's a lineman.
Yeah, he's a lineman. I seen him.
Yeah, he was offered, but he said that. He said Ohio State didn't show him no love. He said they felt entitled because we're from Ohio, and he said that's what he's been hearing from Ohio players that Ohio State. I'm like, man, that's absolutely not true.
Let me tell you something. The only person, the main cat I want from Ohio is Moeller's running back.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all ain't seen this kid play.
Yeah, I've seen him. He's legit, man.
He a monster.
He's only a junior.
He's a junior. Last year, he was a monster as a sophomore.
Yeah.
Man, this dude is you remind me of like Roger Craig, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's not fancy, but he gets it done.
Gets it done, man. Yeah. Get it done. Shout out to Springfield, man. They won the game. But, man.
All right, man. We wrapping this joint up for real. Once again, thank y'all for joining ESPN/Hops and Stocks podcast. Episode 61, signing off. We out.
Be a shell of a man if we ever depart. From my heart to I'm riding with you. I'm riding with you.
Podcast is presented by H&S Media Group. We encourage our listeners to drink responsibly. Please note, we are not financial advisors. We do not offer or provide financial advice. Trademark copyrighted by H&S Media Group.